Gotta warm up, man. Gotta warm up.
Get ready.
No. I'm warming up today because I got 100 models to move.
Like
100.
How many do I have? 9, 15,
Yeah,
16,
you can
17, 18, 19, 24.
I got a rolling chair upstairs if you really want me to bring that down for you.
No, I'm good.
Oh, you good? You good?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get this started. Welcome back, all my 40K fanatics out there. I'm DJ here with Tim's Nation, once again joined by Lane. And today, because of our last game, what was it that happened in our last game?
You're really going to rub this in? Yes. Apparently the Votan lost. Occasionally it does happen. Not that often, but it did happen. And my penitence, my punishment, is that I'm going to be playing Custodes today, which I'm totally fine with.
But I want you to remind everybody, your hackathon.
The hackathon died.
What killed the hackathon?
The librarian.
No, the final blow.
What finished him off was a las cannon from a Land Raider, believe it or not.
Land Raider.
Yeah.
Yes. What a glorious feeling. But yes, we had a little running bet just because a lot of it was meant to be cute and friendly about it. Me being a wrestling fan, I like the whole retirement match when it makes sense. Mm-hmm. Stipulation, and going towards 10th edition, we can make some retirement match stipulations. And just like it would be at WrestleMania, the Grey Knights, played by Shawn Michaels, smited the laundry list of people. Except usually he beat Ric Flair, but Ric Flair was the one that was the better. Anyways, it's a whole long story. That'll be another video. But today, because of that win with the Grey Knights by 1 point, Lane is bringing his Custodes, which I've been trying to get him on the table for a while. Usually we've been practicing for events, so he couldn't because he was playing the Votan. Being the Votan was such a new army, want to get that time and get him on the table. Plus, honestly, that's something I enjoy seeing them more so than Custodes most of the time.
Yeah, I mean, in our local meta here, there are a fair number of Custodes players.
There is.
So Votan, there are not very many people playing them regularly. I'm probably really the only one that's consistently playing them.
Right.
In the area, so they're pretty unique here. And I love my little dwarfs, but I like the Custodes too. And I haven't gotten to play them very much in this edition. I've probably only played 3 or 4 times with the current codex. So I'm glad to have them on the table today.
And again, to complement Lane's paint scheme and stuff, that's one of the reasons I wanted him to bring these models, because they're gorgeous models. As you've seen in the preview video, I showcased individually a lot of Lane's army, each one of the individual models. And he's a great painter, so these are great looking models. I wanted to get them on the table so everyone could see his golden boys in action. And for me, well, let's just say I wanted to play a meme. At least that's how it started. And now I'm really liking this thing. I think it's going to be a challenging list to play, but there's a lot of theories that could work in motion. So
you're bringing an interesting dynasty, right? Something not a lot of people are playing. Not just like tons and tons of warriors, but you're trying to do something unique with them.
Now, originally it was just tons and tons of warriors.
Yeah, right.
This started with me looking at the shelf and going, how many warriors can I fit into a list? How many warriors do I have?
What base sizes are they on?
Yeah, that too. Sorry, a couple of them are off base sizes, but the reason I did that, so I do have 120 minutes unpainted. I have some that are silver, some that are offset. Just so everyone knows ahead of time, I selected to do this because I know it's kind of difficult to see, at least when I'm watching some battle reports, and there is a horde army. It's tough to see where a unit starts and a unit begins. On the table is usually some easier way to see it, but in a video, it's kind of tough. So you'll see over the course of it, I'll point out to them and I'll declare them squads as is. I tried to kind of break it up so I do have an unpainted squad of Necron warriors in there just to kind of show who the squads are where, because I have 100 Necron warriors.
I'm going to kill the unpainted ones first. They're the first to go.
All right, unpainted and strategic.
I am honor bound to take them down first.
But I still get the painting bonus.
Sure.
Because I painted them gray, I dry brushed them gray, and then I highlighted them with gray est.
I mean, Mechanicus gray is the exact same as the base plastics. I wouldn't be able to tell if that was the case.
There you go. All right, so let's jump into this and jump into our list. I'm excited to get this started. All right, so here it is. I am playing the Nephilim Dynasty with 100 warriors. What this means is I'm going to have a 6-up invulnerable save. I basically auto advance 6. There's some other little verbiage in there for cool ignoring terrain effects and stuff like that. But for the most part, it's I auto advance 6, but I can't shoot even assault weapons after. My command protocol is going to be Command of the Sudden Storm, which means I will get both directives that are +1 to my move, as well as I can complete actions and still shoot with units in this dynasty because of the protocol. So, starting off, we have 100 Necron warriors, 4 20-man squads, 2 10-man squads. 2 of the 10-mans are the ones with Gauze Reapers, the 20-mans have the Gauze Flayers. The 10-mans are going to start into my 2 Ghost Arcs because they are dedicated transports. I have to have a unit inside. Yes, I know I technically could just put the characters in there, but I have enjoyed in the past how the Ghost Arcs and the 10-mans interact with each other, so I want to mess around with it again. It's been kind of fun. I have 2 Canoptic Reanimators because I'm reanimating warriors. Why not? These guys, I don't really, a lot of people are negative on how they function. They do have a cool effect if you can get it running. Problem is, it's very, very limited in range, effectiveness, and the timing. So there's some stuff that could use some tweakings. Hopefully we'll see you guys in 10th a little more on the table. Last for my vehicles, I have is my Night Scythe. This is the first time actually in a matchup between me and Lane that either one of us have brought a flyer. And probably the first time I've ever played a Night Scythe at all. So the Night Scythe in general is, he's going to be empty. And the big trick with him is I am going to put a 20-man squad of warriors into strategic, and then they will drop in around him in the reinforcement step for a command point when he becomes available. And see how that works and see how that goes from there. So big brick of guys appearing out of nowhere, really, really close that can break the 9 inches and possibly charge on that first turn on a 6-inch charge. Over into my characters, I have a Necron Overlord and a Necron Lord. The Lord has the Veil of Darkness. My Overlord has the Orb of Eternity for +1 to my reanimations, and Veil picks up a core unit, teleports them across the field. The Overlord gives my will be done. The Lord gives reroll hits to 1. They should work out nicely in tandem together. 2 Technomancers. Anyone who's seen these guys on the table on my videos before knows I usually use them as Chronomancers. These are kind of my all-purpose Cryptex. That's why I built them this way. In this scenario, they are 2 Technomancers with Canoptic Cloak. What better guy to represent a guy with a Canoptic Cloak than a literal Wraith? And last, and this is definitely a last but least, 2 Crypt Thralls. Why? I had 40 points. That is literally the only reason why. These guys could do some cool stuff if by the Technomancers. Maybe they might be useful for some late game things with my secondaries. But for the most part, it was just, hey, 40 points. It's not like I can give him more no prisoner points. I mean, look at the list. And speaking of secondaries, the secondaries I'm going to be running for this list are Treasure of Aeons, Ancient Machineries, and Raise of the Banners. One interesting thing I want to try with this is an aggressive style of banners where I'm able to push further, drop banners, still shoot, and really make Lane have to remove my guys where I could end up having 3 or 4 point banner turns.
All right, kiddos, this is what I'm bringing today. I've got Custodes. I am bringing Emperor's Chosen. That shield host just means that I get 2 benefits. Number 1, everybody's got a 4-up feel no pain to mortals. And number 2, each time I either shoot or fight, I can reroll 1 hit or wound roll. Pretty useful with Custodes, especially since one of their only weaknesses is mortals. And because they're always hitting on 2s, so a reroll to hit, all you need to get is that 2 in order to really get the value out of that reroll. So let's take a look at the list here. Starting off with a Shield Captain on Dawn Eagle Jet Bike. Just because I'm at exactly 2,000 points, his jet bike has the Hurricane Bolter on it. Don't let me forget that today, guys. Then he's got a Warlord trait, Superior Creation. This just means he's got a 5-up Feel No Pain. So he's a 9-wound character with a 5-up Feel No Pain. Super durable. And then in addition to that, I've got Castellan's Mark Relic. Just means I can redeploy any 2 units at the start of the battle. Moving on to Troops Choice. I've got 1 5-man of the Sagittarium Custodians. These are the guys with the kind of heavy bolter thing. Specifically, it's the Adrastus Bolt Caliber. It's got 2 different profiles. One is a 36-inch range, 3 shots, strength 5, AP 1, 2 damage. Basically a heavy bolter, but it is assault. And then there's also a 15-inch 1-shot assault, strength 5, but AP 3, 3 damage. beam shot on there. I can fire one or the other, or I can fire both at a -1 to hit penalty. So they're great for kind of holding a back objective, blocking out deep strikes, but still contributing to the game by firing those 36-inch range guns. Moving on, we've got our elites. I've got 2 elite SWATs, each one filled with 1 single Alaris Custodian. These are the Terminators, so they can come in units of 1. They both have the axes. They're really here just so they can jump around and maybe raise banners, maybe block out deep strikes, maybe get on an objective late game. They don't I'm not going to be raising banners today, so they might not be super useful in that aspect, but they still might be a nice little speed bump to slow down some warriors. Moving on to the main course, we've got 6 fast attack slots. We've got 2 of the Palace Grav attack tanks. These are the itty-bitty little tanks, only 95 points apiece and not super durable for Custodes units. They're only toughness 6 with 8 wounds. They have a 3-up armor, 5-up invuln, but they are nice and fast. They've got a 16-inch move, and their gun has 2 profiles. One against vehicles, which is 2 shots at strength 7, AP 4, 3 damage. They can reroll wounds against vehicles, and then another shot, or the other profile is burst. They get 6 shots, strength 5, AP 2, 1 damage. So a lot of utility there on these little units, and they can kind of jump behind enemy lines or get in some engage in all fronts. They are vehicles, so they do count for that. Then we've got 2 3-man squads of the Virtus Praetors. These are the jet bikes. I'm not going to go through the stats on these. These are pretty common, but they do have a 14-inch move, so they can get places as well. And then we've got 2 squads of the Venatari. These are the jump pack Custodes. I've got a 4-man squad and a 5-man squad. They are equipped with the Kinetic Destroyer and the Tarsus Buckler. The Kinetic Destroyer is an 18-inch pistol, in quotes, because this pistol has 2 shots, strength 6, AP 2, 2 damage. And every time you roll a 6 to hit, it counts as an additional hit. And the Tarsus Buckler just makes them a little bit better in close combat. It gives them up to strength 6, AP2, 1 damage. And it also improves their save. The Venatari are usually a 3-up save, but the Buckler improves them to a 2-up save. And they have a 12-inch move, so they can jump around quite a bit as well. Then, let's see here. We've got the big boy himself, the Telemon Heavy Dreadnought. This guy is super durable. If you've never played against him, he's hard to kill. He has 14 wounds, but he does have a 2-up save and a 4-up invuln. In addition to that, he's a dreadnought, so he reduces damage by 1, and he's, I guess, old, so he's extra durable. So he's got a 6-up feel no pain on top of all that stuff. The guns he has today, he has an Arachnus Storm Cannon, 2 profiles again, 1 burst profile, 6 shots, strength 7, AP2, 1 damage. Great for chewing through Necron warriors, or more so I hear. And then he's also got the beam profile there would be 2 shots, strength 8, AP 4, 3 damage. And those shots that can actually reroll all wounds against vehicles. In addition to that, he's got a little spiculous bolt launcher up on top there. It's 5 shots, but if he does not move, it's 10 shots, strength 5, AP 1, 1 damage. He's got a fist that's extra punchy. And he's got a little twin plasma projector at a 12-inch range. He can put out a few shots, 2d3 shots, strength 6, AP2, 1 damage. And those are auto hits as well. That is the list, guys. Let's see how it does today.
All right. So a couple things about this matchup, or specifically my army. So I had talked to a couple people before. And like I had said, I kind of just looked at my shelf and said, how many Necron warriors do I have? And I wanted to play this army. And I wanted to do it as kind of like a fun little bit of a meme. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, right now, I'm going to talk to you real quick about my reanimation potential. And in the comment section, how many models, Necron warriors specifically, will I reanimate this game? So I do have 2 Ghost Arcs, which are D3, or for a strat, D6 Necron warriors. 2 Technos that can heal D3. For a strat, I can pick a 3rd unit to put D3 in there off of a Techno. Resurrection Orb, pick up and res that squad, all the dead models in it, 1 time. 5-up for that. I reroll 1s for the Warriors inherently. And I have an Orb of Eternity to give me the 4-up Resurrection, rerolling 1s. 2 Reanimators, that'll be dead pretty darn quick. That could give me potentially +1. To have 4-up rerolling 1s. I know. I threw a lot of stuff out there at you really, really quick.
It's making me sadder and sadder.
If you played Necrons, you understood everything I said there. If you haven't played Necrons or played against Necrons, you're like, was that even English? One thing I love about 40K is when we talk about it and people watch on the outside and they're like, Those are words, but that did not make any sense. Love it. So now that I've said all that stuff, and I'm giving you guys a couple of seconds down below, type how many Necron warriors you think I'm going to reanimate over the course of the game. Lane, what's your guess? I got 100 warriors with those abilities. What do you think?
60.
You're thinking 60? Okay. I'm hoping to get 1,000 points. I don't think it's going to happen. I think with what I have and what you're going to do, honestly, I see that I like the 60. I'm not as optimistic. I'm thinking like 50, 55.
Yeah.
I'm thinking 50, 55 on it. Seeing your army, seeing what the damage output is. You know what? No, I am going to be optimistic. I'm taking 70.
You do it.
Hey guys, DJ here with Tim's Nation. So while editing this video, I noticed actually a mistake that me and Lane had made that we didn't catch early on. So I'm not allowed to take ancient machineries and raise the banners. They come from the same category in the secondaries. So yeah, that was a kind of mistake that we made. However, one thing, we're at the end of 9th edition. And this game, there was more to this game than the score or the competitive play. This was about showing off Lane's Custodes and putting 100 Necron warriors on the table and seeing what we could reanimate. So at the end of the day, and after watching the video and seeing the score and seeing the game and everything like that, I think most people would agree that Raise the Banners is it was non-consequential for the outcome of the game. So although, yes, I do recognize, and me and Lane do recognize, that you are not allowed to take ancient machineries and banners after the fact. Unfortunately, we already recorded the video. It's a great game, so I still want to bring it to you guys, still want to show everybody this game. I was real excited about this game afterwards, so hope you guys can enjoy. And again, I'm sorry that we made that mistake. We'll try and do better in the future. But thanks for your support, and enjoy the game.
Start back on the table.
Okay.
But I want to see... but the thing is...
if you win, you can make me play my 120 Poxwalkers, because I have 120 Poxwalkers.
Are they all painted?
Every single one of them.
Exactly, yes. Okay, there we go. Good, awesome. If you lose, you must play 120 Poxwalkers.
And if you lose, you must play 120 Poxwalkers.
Oh, gosh. Okay, so apparently the next game at some point
Somebody's
is going to be...
play 120 Poxwalkers.
Woo-wee. That's going to be fun. All right, well, sir, this is going to be interesting. I'm very much so looking forward to this, win or lose, because I know I'm going to get to reanimate some models.
Something's coming back.
Odd or even?
Even.
Odd. So, I will guess I will make you deploy first, sir.
Sure.
All right, we'll be back after deployment. All right, we are deployed. So, starting over here with the Necrons, I got 120 mans kind of sticking out. I can't hide everything in the back. I got to make some moves and do some stuff. But I kind of tucked them back in the corner, so hopefully the damage I take on them is not too severe, and I can reanimate. I got both the Technomancer and the Ghost Ark within range, so we can get a couple more guys back out of there. And then the Reanimator's back behind to start to be able to boost up the reanimation rolls, hopefully later into the game. And they can target both of those units as well. Then we got a squad back here to be a veil target and also keep some backfield control. We'll see how that works out. Got another Ghost Ark over here who might take some punishment, but I do have some strats to hopefully help me keep him alive. I do have a little bit of reserves on this one and some units that are not going to be on the table. So we do have the 2 10-man squads of Necron warriors and the Night Scythe, who is in this, Deep Strike, as well as the 20 warriors that are in strategic reserve. So that's basically it for me. Not very much else to say there. Lane, talk to me.
All right, so I've got my Custodes ready to go. I almost forgot when I was deploying, but I do have a redeploy, so I can redeploy 2 of my units at the start of the game. I'm not too worried about shooting, but there could just be a lot of shots coming at me, and eventually I'll roll some 1s and 2s in my armor saves. So, yeah, I took behind enemy lines. This is a totally new experience for me, guys. I don't know if I've ever taken behind enemy lines before my whole life.
It's not really your playstyle.
Yeah. So I've got the captain up here. He's actually inside on the bottom floor there. But I've got a bike squad up here ready to move forward. And this grav tank as well can move forward and try to get into enemy lines depending on whether I go first or second here. So I'm ready to move forward, blocking out in the back here for the Veil. DJ could Veil one of these 20-man warrior bricks right into my back line if I let them space to do so. Other than that, everybody's just kind of lined up to take a few shots and start moving out, getting on objectives.
All right. So let's talk real quick about the mission. What we are doing, Death and Zeal today.
It is both Death and Zeal.
Yes, and that's 5 objective mission. Lane, why don't you talk to us a little bit about more what we're looking at?
All right, so Death and Zeal, 5 objectives: hold 1, hold 2, hold more. The tertiary is
This is holding a new objective one, isn't it?
yes, yeah. If you either you hold all the objectives on the board, or if you control one objective marker you did not at the start of your turn, and then the other condition is destroy at least one enemy unit that was within range of an objective marker at the start of their turn. So you get 2 points if you do one of those, 3 points if you do them both. And then this does have objective purge as a special rule. Basically, if something, let's see here,
Sticky objectives.
sticky objectives. Yeah, you'd have to have the OBSEC objective secured ability. But if you hold an objective through your command phase with an OBSEC unit, then you are still controlling it, even if you move off of it until an enemy unit gets onto it.
All right. So real quick, just a reminder, the secondaries are going to be doing, I'm doing Ancient Machineries, Treasure of Aeons, and Banners. Lane, what do you got?
I'm doing Assassinate, no prisoners, and behind enemy lines. It's crazy, guys. I'm going behind the enemy lines. Never done it before. Assassinate's not awesome because obviously characters are protected, but with all my fast units, I might be able to get in there and snipe a character or two. So we'll see how that goes.
All right, so all that's left is determine who's going first. Lane, I think, well, I don't know, actually. What are you hoping for?
Sure.
Sure, that's
way.
good. I like great.
I mean, I've got a couple targets. Usually when I play against you, everything is hidden. So I could actually shoot some stuff turn 1 if I go first. So I'm fine either way.
Yeah, I don't know really either. So let the dice decide. 2 and a 1. Looks like you will be going first, sir. So you got your redeploy and enjoy turn 1.
Okay, we're just going for it, guys. I don't know if it's the right decision, but I am pushing forward on this board with all of these golden boys. So I chose for my katas, Callistus is the first one, and I chose the advance and shoot. So yeah, these jet bikes flew up here to get behind enemy lines, both the captain and then the 3-man squad, and they will still be able to shoot and fire their guns because of Callistus. And then the Palace Gravitank moved up here into the middle, and the other Palace kind of moved up as well. They're touching terrain, so they can shoot through to get shots in that Ghost Arc. And then the Telemon likes the way things look from here. He's going to take some shots down there as well. We're going to make sure that thing dies. We're going to hope that thing dies. He does have a 4-up. What is it?
Not yet. He has a 5-up invuln right now, but for one command
But he's got
he's
got transhuman.
Yeah,
now.
he's transhuman because of quantum shielding.
Yeah. And then I've got some Venatari hiding in the building. Some more Venatari that jumped on over here, so they can take this objective as well. All right, I'm going to do some shooting and see what kind of stuff I blow up. Good news, I killed something. Bad news, I get no points for it. I killed the one thing that I don't get points for scoring, which is a Ghost Arc. 3 of those little Necron warriors died on the way out when that thing blew up, and one of them got shot and killed from the few shots from the Palace Gravitank here. So that's about it. I had the option of shooting my captain and the Sagittarium into those Necron warriors down there. I didn't want to do that because he would just reanimate closer to me, and he would be able to perhaps take this objective from me because he does auto advance 6 inches with his Dynasty right now. So I just didn't want to put him any closer yet. I will put shots into Necron warriors when I feel more like I can kill the entire squad. So
well, Rudy toot 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 toot.
It's like I've played against Necrons before. All right.
So did you score any points for the turn? You got the 2 for the primary because you got the you control an objective you didn't control at the beginning of the turn.
Yeah, I think that's.
And then you didn't kill. You didn't get enough for no prisoners. You got 4 so far.
4.
And yeah. Oh no, I'm sorry. You got 4 for behind enemy lines, sir. Don't forget about that.
I forgot.
You have 2 units that are in my deployment.
Look at it. I did it, guys. It's the first time.
Did it.
My first turn of playing behind enemy lines, I scored 4 points. Good job for me.
Awesome.
I'm sure those guys are going to stick around.
And what was your last secondary?
No prisoners, assassinate. And
assassinate. Yeah. All right. Time for me to go. All right, so the Necrons use their secret ability to just blow up a wall because, you know, That's a thing that I do. No, I wanted to keep this out of the way for a moment, for the duration of my turn, so you guys can see what's going on and what we're talking about. And yeah, I moved forward. Best practice, move straight ahead. So I brought the Necron warriors that were going to be able to be veiled. I just moved them out around the corner to bring some more fire on these bikes. I got to try and pick up some stuff. I resurrected one guy from this squad and from the Technomancer, fortunately only one, and moved up on the point. They're going to put a banner down and get a grudge token. These guys, the Crypt Thralls, are going to put a banner down. And then in the center, they're going to complete ancient machinery, since I probably lose the banner there. And that'll also help me score some pretty good secondaries out of this turn. Only thing left to do is to shoot a little bit. Oh, the blue chips are my reanimation beams. So the unpainted squad, as well as this older squad that has Billy and Craig ready to go, ready to shoot, is going to be my will be done with a reanimation beam, and the gray squad is just reanimation beamed. So see if I can get any damage on these tough Custodes. All right, so we're concluding the shooting phase, and we're about to do some charges. So these Necron warriors, I spent 2 command points to give them exploding 6s and auto wounding 6s, and they were able to push 3 through. Lane does have the 5-up feel no pain on him, so it wasn't too bad. We were able to hit him. We were able to hit him. Their saves are good. This is what Custodes do. Over here, the gray squad, the warriors from behind the wall, and the remnants from inside the Ghost Ark were able to find home to take out 1 bike on the number. And now we're going to charge. So these warriors are going to charge into that shield captain, and the warriors over here are going to charge into the other ones. Gotta put some damage on them. All right, so I lost the Necron warrior here. Not too bad. Only lost 1, and was able to not do any wounds to him in the combat step. Go figure. Over here, I got 1 wound on a bike and lost 1 warrior in the end with stuff. I've only reanimated 1. Lane did not come after my warriors like I was hoping he would, so I didn't get as many on the reanimation as I would like. But I was able to do pretty well on the scoreboard, if I don't say so myself. So first of all, let's. So I got 2 banners up. Don't score them yet. I got a 4. I got a 4 on ancient machineries because I will complete it at the center with the warriors that ran up. I will get a 3 on treasure of aeons because I hold the 2 that are in the center, and I get a 2 for the mission primary because I did hold an objective marker. I did not hold at the beginning of the turn. So now we're going to move over into Lane and his shooting and everything, and hopefully I get to actually use some of my reanimation abilities now. We are going to leave this piece of terrain out of here just for a little bit. There's going to be a lot of models coming out of this area and getting pulled and stuff like that. So just bear that there's actually a wall right where that clear plastic is. Thank you, Lane. That's actually a ruined wall there too. But just for ease of viewership, we're going to leave it out until the dust settles. So let's get over into Lane's turn. And right now, the reanimation total is only at a mere 2.
All right, my kiddos, here's what we did. We moved these Sagittarium forward a little bit so they can start getting some shots somewhere downtown, maybe at that Ghost Ark. Sagittarium. Well, one of the Alaris dropped in here so that he can hold this objective and block out deep strikes. The Telemon stayed right where he is because if he doesn't move, he gets more shots. The Venatari...
I hate that having to keep vehicles sitting still. Sorry.
All right. I hate the fact that you reanimate. So there.
No. I hate the fact that that's even a thing, that some vehicles have to, sit still, and now you get the strong profile. That's all.
Venatari jumped up here on center objective. They are OBSEC, so we're going to fight these warriors here for this objective. Then these Virtus Praetors jumped over here so they can get at these Necrons. They're holding this objective. And these guys have spent 1 CP for them to fall back and shoot so they can target this character and hopefully maybe get an assassinate that if he doesn't reanimate somehow. So that's that. I'm going to, and then these Venatari out here jumped out as well. I'm just going to put as many shots as I can into this warrior squad to see if we can make them go away. Okay, didn't quite wipe out the warrior squad I want to. There's 4 or 5 guys left here in the squad. And of course, this character did get killed in the shooting phase, but then popped back up. And because those bikes, I paid a CP for them to fall back and shoot, they won't be able to charge. So the character is safe for the time being.
Lives to fight another day.
Yeah. So did manage to take some wounds off the Ghost Arc with just basic the Sagittarium and their bolt calibers. How many did I take off there? 6 wounds?
You took
8 wounds
8
off.
wounds off.
Yeah. So that was pretty fairly productive, surprising how much was happening there. And now we're going to do
That's
a few
what
charges.
happens when you roll bad dice.
Yeah. We're going to do some charges here. So I'm going to essentially try. I didn't want to shoot at this gray squad in the middle because I didn't want them to reanimate even further on the objective. I'm going to try to charge in and just take this and hold this objective here. And then, of course, these Virtus Praetors are going to charge the last 6 warriors that are on this objective so that we can hopefully take that from them. Okay, combat phase. I did have to charge these Venatari in, and they were able to kill a few, but because of that reanimation beam, there's tons of warriors coming back. So it's very difficult to chew through these warriors. I did wipe the squad off of this objective, so I do take this one from DJ. There's 4 guys left in this squad after failing
Failed the
leadership.
morale, lost 2, 1 for the thingy and 1 for the roll.
Yep. And so that's about it. I score another 4 points on behind enemy lines. I score 3 on the tertiary because I killed a unit here and took that objective. And I got 4 points towards no prisoners. I got 44 wounds this turn towards no prisoners. So that's it. Assassinate didn't go off because of the character I killed did come back. All right, let's go to DJ's.
All right, let's make some stuff happen and either turn this into a quick game or, well, one way or the other. So I brought the Night Scythe in out of reserve, and it is spending the command point to bring the warriors in. So they're going to need a 6 to charge these guys and try and steal the objective, which is going to be the end goal. Over here, I did a little bit of reanimation. I was able to get 1 guy back in the squad. Nothing too special over there, just 1 guy. Over here, unfortunately, I only got 2 guys over there, just nothing really important. The Ghost Arc went to hide in the building and then let out the warriors beforehand. They're going over here to try and get rid of these guys. And then, remember that squad, the squad of like 4 guys left? Remember that squad of 4 guys left?
I have no memory of such a thing.
Yeah, there is no memories. They've been erased in time. So I did put the reanimation beam on these guys and then pop my regular resurrection orb, reanimated guys, scooted it forward so I could be able to boost these guys across at the beginning of the command phase, then pushed up, put another D3 from the the Technomancer who lived, and then reanimated across the field, moved over there in the command phase, ended the command phase on the objective, so I got my 8 back. Now I'm going to try and trade with Lane. The goal is to put him on a 4 for primary into my turn. I got a lot of work to do to end up pulling that one off, so we'll see what happens, especially considering he's got the 2 center objectives for right now. So let's see what we can make happen. The dice don't lie, baby. That is a natural 10 on a charge, which we'll bring up here in a moment what that means. So at the end of the shooting phase, I was able to get these bikes over here down to just 1 wound. That was pretty much my entire shooting phase. I did move out and, like I said, reanimate. I did ancient machineries on this objective for my points. I only got 1 on banner, and I'm also going to use this other opportunity to get my 2 for primary. So my shooting got him down to 1 wound, killed the other bike. Nothing else really did anything. I mean, I don't have that type of firepower, so I basically pick 1 target and do that. The plane shot at these guys back here and couldn't do anything. So then we go into the charge phase. And Lane says, I'm going to use Tanglefoot. And I go, wait, can't you only use that on a unit you can see? And he goes, I can. These guys can see them there. I was not very happy by the scenario because I probably could have gotten a better position. But I took my medicine and rolled my 10.
Rolled the stupid 10.
And got the 10,
I rolled a 4 on the Tanglefoot. So it was
Right.
added 4 to his charge distance, and he needed a 6, so went up to a 10, and then he rolled a 10.
And then what's going to be cute over here is the Crypt Thralls are in combat. Can the Crypt Thralls take down this 1 bike? Tune in and see. All right, so a couple things worked out as I was hoping, except not fully. So Lane's still going to get the 8 on primary, but I'm able to still score some of my points. With completing the charge, didn't really do anything over here. I think I did 1 wound and damage, and Lane in return picked up 2 guys from that squad. And then moving into over here, same deal. We're just kind of picking. I put a wound on him. He picked on me back in return. Over here, I was able to res a couple more guys and start creeping on them. So I'm getting closer to taking that objective back as I'm able to start moving guys up on it. Over here, Lane interrupted and was able to pick up this crypt thrall, sadly, before they could do anything. So 1 missile, 1 mission, looking like it's probably going to happen. And that's about it. So at the end of this turn, I will get the 2 for the mission primary because I took an objective I did not have at the beginning of the round. I will score a 3 on Treasure of Aeons because I completed it back here when I took this objective. And I will get a 4. I got 1 point on Raised Banners at the beginning of the turn. And I will get a, I got the 4 on the Ancient, 3 on the Treasure, and 1 point on Banners. Yeah, that's about it. So now we'll move over into Lane's turn. Oh, yeah, by the way, just for those who want to know at home, the reanimation total for this army is currently at 39 models. We've resurrected 39 Necron warriors over the course of this game.
Not a whole lot of movement. I did jump these Venatari back from this side of the wall over to this side so they can actually shoot them. I had to spend the 1 CP for them to fall back and shoot with the pistols. Then the Sagittarium just moved up a little bit so they can get shots on this stupid flyer. Hopefully we can get rid of that at some point. And these bikes jumped up top here so they can take some shots. And this lone Lars Terminator dropped in here so he can get on this objective when the Virtus Praetors move away. That's about it. Let's do some shooting. Let's make some of these guys go away. I made the bullets go. I just can't finish off any of these Necron warrior squads because they just keep coming back. I did manage to pick up the flyer here, though. The Sagittarium shot into him, and he only had 4 wounds left. So instead of trying to kill more of these Necron warriors here, I decided to have the Venatari finish the plane off, which they did. Over here, we killed some of this massive squad. Looks like there's only 7 left. We can get those in the fight phase, I hope. And then picked up a few of these guys in the middle here because my Venatari, they have pistols. Their weapons are pistols. So they're able to shoot into combat. That's that. I'm going to do some charging and then do some punching. Okay, we fought. These Necron warriors died. I finally finished off a squad. I guess I finished that other 10-man earlier. But 20-mans are so hard to kill because of their reanimate and all the shenanigans that are going on. So moral victory there. In the middle, we got this squad down to 7 guys. DJ did auto pass morale there because he did lose a bunch to both the shooting and the fighting. And then I did finish off the character finally. So, hey, I got some points this turn. 3 points for Assassinate. 3 points for the bonus primary because I took this objective and killed something that was on it. And then 4 points for behind enemy lines because I have 2 units still behind enemy lines. And then another 4 points for no prisoners. I picked up 40 wounds this turn. So doing pretty well on score.
And the reanimation count is at 53.
53. Yeah, I underestimated. We're going high. All right.
All right, so we've had an interesting turn. My command phase was longer than my movement phase. So I popped my Orb of Eternity, brought a bunch of Necron warriors back in the middle, used the Technomancer, brought some warriors back in the middle, and over here, used the Ghost Arc, brought some warriors back in the middle. So I got some warriors back in the middle. Overlord's moving out. He's going to try and rush in there and help get rid of these flyboys in here. And we are doing Ancient Machineries here, and we're going to shoot because of my command protocol and try and shoot and hurt some of these guys. And finish off this bike over here, get him out of here, make him have to bring another unit over here for behind enemy lines. I'm the only person who's allowed to score 4 points without much effort. So, I did get a 12 on primary. And we're going to do some shooting. That probably won't do very much, but at least we'll pick up a little bit. That guy's got to go. Alrighty, so at the end of the movement, the shooting and the assault step, because there wasn't very much to happen. So my command protocol gave me additional AP, which was enough to help me pick up one of the Birdman in the back, and Steve Harvey, Birdman at Law. And then over here, my Overlord came in there. He was able to finish one of them off and leave some damage behind. And all they had to do was one wound. Would have taken out a second one, but we still control the objective, which is at least nice. Starting to make some headway over there. Nothing back over here in the corner. I'm kind of losing up hope on that. He's got a little too much over there, and Telemon doesn't look too happy. He's like, if you land it, I will shoot you. So yeah, that's going to pretty much end my turn. I will got 4 NH machineries for this objective. I did score the 2 for the mission primary because I took this objective. And I will, because I didn't control at the beginning of the turn. And I got a 3 on ancient machineries for these 2 objectives. So now we're going to pass this back over. Oh, and only 1 for Banner. Banner's is not working out well for me. So we're going to pass this back over to Lane and see what he wants to answer back with. Oh, just for those keeping track as well, we're currently at a 72 for models reanimated this game. I have reanimated 72 warriors, almost more warriors than I felled in the entire army as a whole. All right, Lane, your turn.
All right, I spent the CP to put these jet bikes into a different cotta that lets them advance and shoot. So they moved up here, and they're going to try and get rid of that reanimator so that I can kill these guys in the middle finally. This Alaris Custodian just moved up a little bit to get on that objective. Just towing in there so he can kind of block out any veils. The Telmont just doing his thing, standing here. He wants to look over there and try and kill something down there. And then the Sagittarius move forward. They can't really, oh, I guess they can shoot those guys over there. And then they can move in and charge the guys in the building. So we're going to shoot, we're going to fight, and we'll see how it goes. We'll be back in a minute. Oh, guys, we shot so many bullets.
No.
I wanted to get more out of this squad in the middle. We weren't able to, unfortunately. But the other squad, we shot it down to one last guy. Who's that, Greg or Bill?
That is Bill.
Bill lives. But,
Billy lives.
Yeah, you're going to have to cold roll your leadership because you already spent the auto pass.
Billy ain't going nowhere.
He's going to need a 1. Yeah, so we had shot in here and blasted the reanimator thing, trying to make these guys easier kill. Didn't really work on these guys, but at least we took out the other squad. We shot a few of these guys off that are in the building here, but now both the Sagittarium and the remaining Venatari are going to charge in and try and do some work. DJ's going over there to clean up his warriors because I just keep killing warriors. They keep coming back, but I keep killing them. Now, we did manage to kill this squad down to 1, and George, William, Wilbur, whatever his name was not
Billy.
able to roll a 1. He needed a 1, so he didn't flee, and he did flee. Other than that, we did put a couple wounds on this guy in the fight phase. What is he? An Overlord?
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, the Venatari were able to punch him a little bit, and we did punch through some of these warriors, but there's still a bunch left. Oh, did they owe me a leadership, DJ? They lost some.
4. We got. Oh, you had
7.
4 down already. So 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 plus 4, 10. I'm good.
Yeah, you're
right on the number.
Okay.
Barely.
So that was my turn. Still a good score, and I'd like to get some more in Assassinate. But I do pick up another 4 on behind enemy lines. I've now maxed out no prisoners by the end of my turn 4, so we're good there. And then, yeah.
That's about it.
That's about it.
And you didn't take an objective that you control. Oh, no, you did. So you got your 2 over there.
I took that one back, so I did
right.
get 2 on bonus primary.
All right. Where did everybody go? So the translocate ability for my Nephric Dynasty says I'm not allowed to shoot after I advance. Doesn't say anything about popping a Veil of Darkness, though. So my Overlord went rushing over there, was able to make it within range of these guys that were in combat, and veiled them, and now they're popping up over here. This is a Hail Mary play. I will be holding a command point for it because I need these warriors to stick a 9-inch charge on that Custode to get me some command points. This is a Hail Mary. All right, so over here, we got in position to try and shoot at these bikes. I need to try and remove some of them before they, well, remove me. From what I've seen so far, Mr. Shield Captain's not having too much luck picking up warriors. So if he sticks around and comes in after these warriors, at least I have a better chance against him than I do against these bikes with their missiles, their guns, their attack. It's just too much. So I got to take something out that doesn't have a feel no pain versus have a feel no pain. In the middle, we gave these guys my will be done. And that's going to be about it. We're going to start moving in over there and try and make some stuff happen. So stay right there. We'll see how this works out. Oh, by the way, Lane didn't mention, and you probably saw on the bottom, we were at, what was the total at the end?
89.
89. 89 on reanimation. All right, so I closed out my turn and did some work, did as much work as I could do. So the over here, I just lost some warriors, really didn't do any damage over there, but it was just so that I could at least hold him back, try and make him make decisions. He can fall back and still shoot, but he can't fall back and charge. So that might be critical to how things play out in my turn. Over here, I have firmly secured this objective by resurrecting all the guys back in there, and yeah, it's been a good time, been a good battle in there. Over here, not only did we stick a 9 with the warriors, we stuck a 10 with the Lord. And Lord dropped down to 2 wounds, getting beat up, but it means we take the objective. So the grand finale, I'm going to score 2 points for the turn, because I did, in fact, take an objective marker I did not control at the beginning of the turn. I will score, again, 3 on Treasure of Aeons, because I have these 2 objectives now. No ancient machinery is going into the final game. I'll just take my 12. And my one little piddly banner has been holding true to score me another little point. Good job, Banner. Good job. So now it is going to be over to Lane and see what he wants to do in response.
Barely moved at all here. I just moved the captain over. Basically, I'm going to try to pick up as many characters as I can in this turn.
I think that might be where the game lies. I don't know. I haven't looked at the score fully.
We'll see. So, yeah, we're just staying put with most of the stuff. Like I said, the captain moved in to see if he can snipe a character. Here we go. I'm going to do some shooting and some fighting. We'll come back in a minute. Okay. Doesn't matter how many characters I killed. They just keep coming back. I killed this guy, Overlord? And he uses the stratagem for him to pop back up.
And that was in the shooting phase.
Yeah, so he popped up out of engagement range. So that means he was safe from the fightings. Then I killed this character in here with the Terminator in combat, and the captain killed that character there. But of course, he was able to use
fight phase.
Both in the fight phase. So he's able to use the strat on 1. So DJ's used the strat 3 times this game.
And
he's a roll 4 up to bring a character back, and he brought every single character back. So I still got another 3 points on Assassinate. I got 2 points in the bonus primary. I've maxed out no prisoners by this point, and I've maxed out behind enemy lines a long time ago. I've got 2 units in his deployment zone every single turn of the game.
Right. First time playing it, not too bad.
Yeah, not too bad.
All right.
Maybe I'll try it again sometime. All right, DJ's turn. Go.
All right, this is a real simple turn. Not a lot happened here. I just moved guys away because I didn't want to lose models, so I was able to score out the primary and see what happens. So I was able to keep my treasures over here. I fell back so he couldn't hurt me over here. Fell back so he couldn't hurt me over here. Fell back so he couldn't hurt me over here. Stayed there, but he couldn't really hurt me over there. So I was able to score 12 on primaries at the end of the turn. I also was able to score on treasure. And honestly, the thing that hurt me the most was banners. This army was really not suited for banners like I was hoping. It was a very, very close game. But unfortunately and fortunately, depending on who you're watching this game for, the Custodes will pull out a win in a very high-scoring game. Final score, Custodes 90, Necrons 87. Also like to say the reanimation total for this game ended up being...
That's the high score there.
That's the high score. That's the true win right there. Final Necron Warrior reanimation count for this game, 102. Guys, thanks for watching.
Wait, we got to show the clicker.
Yes,
yes. Here it comes.
Here it is, here it is. Oh no, there it is, 102. Wow. So yeah, that was
You did it. It's 1,000 points.
that's over.
That's
1,000
11
points.
yeah.
So all right, guys, we'll catch you over and talk about this and more over in the post match recap. Thanks for watching.